All right, what do we got?
Just came in. Heart attack. 5'9", 300 pounds, 32 years old.
How the hell does that happen?
Can I get a, Could be developing diabetes. You have to make a change.
According to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, about 35.7% of adults are obese and about 17% of adolescents are obese in the United States of America. The World Health Organization states that obesity is considered one of the most serious health issues of the early 21st century. So what exactly do we define obesity as? The National Institute of Health defines obesity as a BMI of 30 or above. BMI relates body weight to height. It is a person's weight in kilograms divided by their height in meters squared. Body fat composition is another tool used when determining obesity. It is a way to measure the amount of fat to muscle content in someone's body. Both of these methods are crucial when analyzing your health. You may be wondering, why is the increasing population of obesity in America important? Obesity is an important issue because it can cause a lot of physical health conditions that can ultimately limit the quality and length of one's life. These health conditions include hypertension, coronary heart disease, gallbladder disease, osteoarthritis, heart attacks, and strokes. The American Diabetes Association estimates about 21 million people have diabetes. When a person is overweight, the cells in the body become less sensitive to the insulin that is released from the pancreas. Fat cells are more resistant to insulin than muscle cells. Therefore, if a person has more fat cells than muscle cells, the insulin becomes less effective. This means that the glucose remains circulating in the blood instead of being taken in by the cells to be used as energy. According to the American Heart Association, in a 14-year prospective study, middle-aged women with a BMI over 23 had a 50% increase in risk of non-fatal or fatal coronary heart disease. Men aged 40 to 65 years with a BMI over 25 had a 72% increased risk. This shows that there is a direct relationship between obesity and heart disease. Along with physical conditions, obesity also causes many mental and emotional health conditions. Some psychological disorders that obesity can cause are depression, distorted self-image, low self-esteem, and eating disorders. Next, let's talk about what is at stake for different populations, such as children, adolescents, and adults. Childhood obesity has more than tripled in the past year. Also, according to the American Heart Association, 1 in 3 kids are obese. Obesity can have many physical and emotional effects on children. The children who are obese are also at greater risk for teasing, bullying, and social isolation. This health issue will take a toll on the child's body and mind. The health conditions that obese children are at risk for include diabetes, asthma, heart failure, liver problems, menstrual problems, trouble sleeping, heart disease, and high blood pressure. In a recent survey of overweight 6th graders taken by the Obesity Action Coalition, 24% boys and 30% girls experience daily teasing, bullying, or rejection because of their size. Like I said in the beginning of this video, more than 17% of adolescents are obese. There are many factors that contribute to adolescent obesity. The main factors are the media, limited access to healthy, affordable foods, lack of daily physical activity, increased portion sizes, and higher consumption of sugary beverages. The increase in technology has made it easier to be sedentary, especially for adolescents that have grown up with that technology. In America right now, adults are the most obese population. According to the most recent data of adult obesity done by the State of Obesity Organization, obesity exceeds 30% in 3 states: Arkansas, West Virginia, and Mississippi. 45 states are above 25%, and every state is above 20%. Arkansas has the highest adult obesity rate at 35.9%, and Colorado has the lowest adult obesity rate at 21.3%. Finally, let's talk about what's at stake for future generations and governmental agencies. The future populations are at risk. If obesity continues at this rate, the overweight toddlers will turn into huge adults. According to Huffington Post, in about 2 decades from now, as many as half of Americans in many states will be obese. Obesity affects governmental agencies. One major example of this is the Food and Drug Administration. According to FDA.org, the FDA is making changes to help fight obesity. They are going to reevaluate labeling in order to give consumers the most accurate information about the serving size and calorie content of the packaged foods they purchase. The cost to our healthcare is enormous from obesity and its consequences. According to the Harvard School of Public Health, the U.S. spent $190 million on obesity in 2005. Researchers have estimated that by 2030, it could rise to somewhere between 40 and 68 billion a year in the United States. There are both direct and indirect costs of obesity. The direct costs are those that result from outpatient and inpatient health services, such as laboratory, radiological tests, and drug therapy. Indirect costs are defined as those resources that are foregone as a result of obesity. Some examples are insurance, wages, and value of lost work. All in all, obesity causes long-lasting impact on the physical, mental, and emotional lives of those afflicted with the condition. Obesity affects children, adolescents, and adults in the United States. Helping to bring the epidemic of obesity to the forefront can help the United States move forward with a healthier population.